Alex, it's time for breakfast. Hey, buddy, good morning. There's nobody gonna get you. Just come over here to your food bowl. I do understand, though. Gotta make sure no boogeyman doesn't jump out at you. Hey, Gray. Since we were down below 60 miles of range left, Dawn decided to not mess around and just plug her into Ruby's charging cable and get her charged. So she's charged up to 80% this morning, which is 247 miles, and looks good. And I don't see any cat footprints, otherwise I was probably going to have a meltdown. Dawn says, Houston, we have a problem. Yeah. And he's not kidding.
I don't have my glasses on super good, but it says cannot maintain
vehicle power. Car may stop driving or shut down.
And it cycled several times and it popped up messages about cannot power vehicle up or something. Cannot maintain. Oh, yeah, that's anyway. It alternated between this message and another message several times, and then this one just stayed up.
So, I'm gonna try powering off the 3 and powering it back on, and just to see if that changes anything. So I've gone to safety and security. And yep, I really do want to power it off. Well, that seems awfully quick. I meant, like, you know, the X has several levels of off. And I was kind of thinking it'd be a little more of a off. I don't know. I'm going to press the brake pedal now. Vehicle systems are powering up, which I expected. Yeah, and the message came back. And based on my reading in the house, that's what everyone else, the few other mentions I could find of this problem, that's what they experienced too. It doesn't matter. That message is kind of a hard failure.
Thank you for calling Tesla customer support. For roadside assistance with your vehicle, press 1. For additional support options, please press 2 or remain on the line. If you have been in an accident, please hang up and contact emergency services.
Thank you for calling Tesla Roadside. Are you in a safe location?
I am.
All right, excellent. What can I do for you today?
I went to get out in my Model 3 this morning. It's about a week old. And got a message saying cannot maintain vehicle power. Car may stop driving or shut down.
Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Am I speaking with Mary Ann?
You are.
Okay. You said it's the Model 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Mary Ann, give me just a moment. I'm going to pull up the logs on the car and
sure.
See what we can do to help you out, alright?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you. Alright, and then now let's just go ahead and push in the brake pedal and then the 2 scroll wheels on the steering wheel.
Okay, sure.
And leave all 3 held down until that goes blank and the Tesla logo shows up.
Yep. Alright, the Tesla T is back up and I've let off on the brake pedal and the scroll buttons.
Perfect, alright. Check here. It's still the same errors.
Yes. Don's staying calm. He's doing detail on the Model 3 while I make the call. Yep.
Yeah, so just with a few of these alerts, I am the service for the car to be driven or anything, so I do want to schedule a tow for you.
Okay.
To get this into service and get these issues fixed.
Don's going to grab his paper so he can have his coffee. There's just too much excitement first thing in the morning. Sorry, Sapphire. We tried to get you back going this morning, girl. Yeah, getting Ruby out and around Sapphire would be not impossible, but possibly a little tricky right now. But Dawn thinks we might be able to get Sapphire back in the garage. I know he put it in neutral and rolled forward just a foot or two so he could get around her to service her. I'm not sure about moving her at all. So we've had several other communications with Tesla.
Yep.
All every time I call roadside assistance, I am nothing short of impressed with the professionalism,
yep.
efficiency,
yep.
and knowledge of the people that I talk to over there. So
yep.
It is a positive experience, despite the fact that you don't want to be on the phone with roadside.
Yeah.
I've also talked to Raleigh Service, and as John and I suspected, trying to put the car in on a Saturday morning and somebody have time to look at it today wasn't going to happen. So we're not going to have it towed today. We're going to have her towed on Monday.
Right.
Yeah, because obviously Monday's a full work week, and they've got plenty of people there. They are going to try to pull the logs, and we might hear something today, but really Monday. So we're still able to get her in drive and drive her.
We hope.
We hope. So Dawn's going to try to put her back in the garage now. And you were just going to give us a short summary of you came out this morning and what happened from there.
So because Ruby's charge connector is right there behind the people door, I decided, and it was charging so slow. Of course, we were charging on 110. It's definitely slow on 110.
Right, we expect it to be slow.
So it was at 60 miles when it started charging, and Mary Ann said, oh, well, we're going to do this and this. And so last night I decided about 9 o'clock that I probably ought to plug her into the high-powered wall connector that we use with Ruby. So I said, oh yeah, I can just kind of put the rear of the car where the charge port is close to the people door, and I could just plug it in. So I actually came out, and I would have actually positioned the car differently than the way I did, but there were like all these cats running around. And you can't run over cats. So,
no, you can't.
So I very carefully put it where the cats would allow me to park the car, which was several feet closer to the door than it is now. And so I plugged it in, it charged up to 80%, all that good stuff. And so poof, I come out this morning.
Yeah, we had message on the phone. I looked in the house before you came out. Oh yeah, she's at 247 miles. She stopped charging. Life is good.
Yeah, life is good. So I came out and I pushed the button. I had my phone in my pocket, and I pushed the button on the little black wand, charging wand, and the car woke up. I pulled the cord out, plugged it into the little holder inside the garage, popped the doorknob, a handle like you're supposed to, got in the car, and it was all the screen was like lighting up, and it didn't go like dark, but it was like flashing a message. And I, of course, didn't have my glasses on, but I could hear the contactors. They would like this, it actually go click click clack, kind of like sounds, and it's like so it did that several times. I would say 3 times, and finally it just ended up with a message, and Mary Ann happened to be walking out at that time. So what I'm trying to say is, up until the point where it failed, there was no other external indication until I tried to move the car. So as I said, it was actually very close to that door, and I said, well, let me just try to pull it forward, and I put it in drive, and it went into drive, and it let me pull it forward. It kept the message up on the screen that said that it, what was it?
Cannot maintain vehicle power.
Vehicle power. So you know, I wouldn't want to drive it this way, but I am going to risk it and try to get it back into the garage.
So we decided, just in case it's not movable on Monday, that we'll back in. Since we're not trying to charge, it doesn't matter that the charge port is on the other side.
Yeah, so I ordered that Ego inverter. It's called the Ego Nexus Power something. Anyway, Home Depot has it. Online, so you can site to store or ship to the store, which is what I've chosen because it's free. And it's going to be delivered sometime between September 18th and 21st, it says. So it's going to be a little while. I could have shipped it to home for like $7.99, but I decided...
That gives me an excuse to stop and look at the flowers one morning coming in from school.
Right. So knock on wood, I think if you go out there
right away
and order one, you might beat their initial stocking, because it wasn't available yesterday and it is available now this morning. So I would recommend you try it if you see this video and you want one of those Ego.
Now just explain, this is a battery powered, the same battery we put in our lawnmower to run things like in the house that you would want to plug into it.
Now this is a very lightweight inverter. It's only 150 watts, but that's enough to run your laptop, certainly enough to charge all your cell phones. If you have a small TV, it might be enough to run that. 150 watts is not much.
Can I make coffee on it?
No, it's not even enough to make
okay.
coffee. The key thing is, though, it's super portable, and that way, if you have that 7.5 amp hour battery, which
from the lawnmower,
it can run at full output for like 9 hours. So 8 to 9 hours. So if you have a normal, you could literally run like, you know, all day.
Right. Well, around here, if we lose power, what's one of the first things people want to know about, Donnie?
Yeah, when's the power coming back on? So,
and how can I charge my phone or my other device to stay out of your hair while we're waiting for the power to come back on?
Now, something that would be very important in this particular case would be, it will run the cable modem, has enough power to run the cable modem and the router. So we could have Wi-Fi internet access at home. Probably would last for, those two aren't that powerful, probably would easily last 12, maybe 14 hours. So we could literally have internet access, and of course that helps keep people entertained and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, Florence is not allowed to impact North Carolina. I'm just putting that out there right now, but Don and I are watching it and I'm nervous.
Right, I will be.
It's been getting more nervous with every updated model, so we'll see. But it is far away, and we know these storms can deviate a lot between now and then, but we're definitely got our, you know, Don will be going to get gas for the generator here.
Yes.
Sometime early next week.
Yeah, but you have to do that. You have to go get gas, so you have to go through all that hassle, and that way it won't come.
Right, because now that we have a battery-powered lawnmower, we don't go through gas like we were going through before. We're not even driving the ice vehicles, because Don would then dump the gas into one of them.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, gas can't sit around very long.
Right. I even put stabilizer in it, but still, that's only good for like 3 to 6 months. I mean, you know, so it lasts the season. So I try to burn up the gas every season, you know, and right now my gas thing is empty because I've burned up what little I had on hand in the couple, what was the gas powered, the chipper. Yeah. The chipper, that baby, she's a good place to burn gas because she loves it. She still sunk a tank down about 2 hours.
Unfortunately, I have no decision about which car to drive today. As far as Tesla-wise is concerned, I need to take Ruby, but I probably was going to take Ruby out for Moltres Day this afternoon anyway. Yeah, our original plan for today 2 weeks ago was to go to the Sharon Harris Nuclear Power Plant Community Day because we had Johnny and he likes to go and we enjoy going, and there's free ice cream, and you guys might like hearing about it again, those of you that are new to the channel, because I did go there last year and report on it. You could go out there and search on that video on our channel and find it. Johnny wasn't going to be here, and so we had another Tesla owners, going to be new Model 3 owners here shortly, contact us. They're local in the area and ask us to meet up to see the Model 3 and you know, do lunch and talk about Tesla and stuff, and that sounded like a lot of fun, and we were all set to do that today. Don was even going to get to eat at IHOP, but then we had the problems with Sapphire this morning, so we you know, couldn't drive to meet them, and we've, you know, made some alternate plans when Sapphire gets back. So then my third plan, or what I was at least going to do later in the day today, which now I'm doing at the start of the event, is from 2 to 5 today. The Pokemon Go players all over are meeting up to battle Moltres with 5-3 raid passes and a chance for a shiny. And my friend Kelly is there, and a bunch of other people I know in Fuquay and enjoy hanging out with. So instead of catching up with them a little later, I'm now going to catch up with them at 2 o'clock for the start of the event. We'll battle at 5 different locations sort of close together in Fuquay, and then some people will battle more and some people will stop, but it should be fun. I like these Pokemon Go events because Johnny and I are both pretty social folks, and we enjoy hanging out with other people. And the events that give you a good time to meet people in your community that you might not meet otherwise, that share a common interest, in this case a geeky interest in playing a game. And you know, in our community I feel really safe, so I have no problems with you know, meeting people up at places at these events. I'm really appreciative that the local churches in Fuquay have not chosen to write Niantic and get rid of the Pokestops or the gyms, because it does give people in the community a safe place to congregate. I've never seen anybody leave trash or do graffiti or do any of the anything bad, so you know, that's good. Yeah, I just think it's I think it's a win-win for the community, people getting together in a safe environment to play a game. So I'm going to meet them up here at Emmanuel Holiness Church, which is one of my regular stops. And you know, I'm going to be one of the first person here. They should be venturing over to this stop shortly. I just want to take a minute to address the elephant in the room. Elon's appearance on the Joe Rogan show. I think that actually happened Thursday night. Dawn and I did spend our Friday evening watching all 2.5 hours of it. And there were lots of times we were entertained and learned some things about Elon. A few times we were bored because it was long. And you know, it's not a show we would have watched if it wasn't for the fact that Elon was on there. I didn't even know who Joe Rogan was until yesterday. I have no problems with him. I'm not trying to imply that I do. I'm just saying that this was a new show for us, something we hadn't seen before. And the reason, you know, if Elon's on, Tesla people pretty much pay attention, right? We just got done watching Nikki on Transport Evolved, and she talked about it. And I'm just going to mostly say that I thought, in this instance, I agreed with what she said. And I thought she did a good job of covering it. I was disheartened to see the news media outlets focusing on 30 seconds of the whole Joe Rogan interview, hangout, whatever you want to call it. And not focusing on any of the other things that Elon said. I think Don and I are in agreement that we just wished Elon had not smoked the pot. You know, not super upset with him that he did. Not gonna really comment on it too much. Just would have been easier if he just had chose not to do that in that setting. And that's all I'm gonna say. Not, like I said, not upset with him. Doesn't change our feelings toward him or Tesla. Just probably think another decision would have been the right one to make in that setting. There, I said it. Try not to be political here. Try to not generate issues, but there. This is an awesome, awesome turnout. Oh, wait, look. We've got a good group here now at Fellowship Bible, our second battle of the day. I've played 3 times on Johnny's account, caught Moltres once, not a shiny. I've played twice on my account, had network errors, didn't catch him, certainly not a shiny. So we just raided Stick Boy. Johnny's device got a shiny. I caught the Moltres. That's the first one I think I've caught today, but it wasn't a shiny. And we're here at the library now. Stragglers are coming. All the older people, all the people with kids, all the people playing for fun, not trying to get in 20 raids in 3 hours. That's us. We're all meeting over here now. Yay! I now have a shiny on my account from the library. Woohoo! I think I'm going to hang with these guys through 2 more gyms. I missed out on the one gym where I had the network error, and Johnny has another extra pass. So yeah, I'm going to hang out with them for just a few minutes more, even though I have 2 shinies. Not a shiny. Not caught on either account. It's okay. One more gym, Lighthouse Gym. Didn't catch Moltres on either account at Lighthouse. The group has continued on to Aviator, Starbucks, and the post office, but 7 raids in one day is enough for me, and I've got my shinies. I enjoyed their company, but I'm coming home to Dawn now. It's little after 4. Have to say, you know, I had to put in the pin a lot today because I had, you know, all those different drives in between those spots, and really it didn't bother me. I understand it won't be for everybody, but my feedback continues to be that it's really not a problem for us. You know, yesterday I was unaware that lock when you walk away wasn't on in the 3. And the reason why that happened is twofold. Number one, they set that up on Dawn's profile when we took delivery, but we didn't set up anything on my profile that day. And number two, there's no way to tell for sure which settings are kept in the profile and which aren't. It's just you're kind of supposed to know. I really think on all the cars, the S, the X, and the 3, that they ought to have some icon that would let you know. Yeah, I just burped. I need to do that again. Wanted to make one other comment. You guys know yesterday that I was a little surprised that I didn't have lock when walking away turned on. And what happened there is that when we took delivery, we set up Dawn's profile because it's Dawn's primary ride. And, you know, we knew what we were doing, so we were going to set up my profile later. But then we missed a couple settings, I guess is the right way I want to say it. And I think it would be really good in the SCX and the 3 if they would come up with some sort of a way to convey these settings are stored in the user profile and these settings aren't. So I would love to see the ones that are profile specific delineated by some sort of an icon, a change in color, a little symbol, something. So that when you're setting stuff up, you know when you're changing something, if you're only affecting your ride or if you're also affecting the rides of other people that drive the car, other profiles. Because right now, I just don't think it's clear enough. I don't think it's spelled out 100% in the owner's manual, although they may have improved it. But I still think it should be shown on the screen as well. That would have saved me yesterday. I would have known, or I would have known at delivery that, yeah, I got to make sure I go do that in my profile too. Fixed now though. I talked Dawn into going out to eat. Didn't have to work too hard on that. We would be taking Sapphire, but we can't drive Sapphire. Thank you, Donnie. See how nice that is when somebody could open the door for you.
I have to say, you don't know how much you miss it until you don't have it anymore.
Exactly. So there's 50 or 60 cars here at this restaurant. I had no idea it would be this popular. We're gonna go see what the wait is. Let's just say that we're not generally wait kind of people, so. The wait was too long and there was sort of really no place to wait, so we didn't stay. So we think we're gonna try something new and go to Zira Indian Restaurant.
Yeah, in Fuquay, Marina, North Carolina, we're gonna eat Indian food.
That's right. So they gave us this really romantic and cozy window seat, even if it is just looking out at the parking lot, and we can't quite see Ruby. And since we don't know what we're ordering, we're really studying the menu. We can learn. So I ordered this hurricane beverage. And yeah, you know, with that hurricane sitting out there in the Atlantic Ocean that's looking like it's aiming for us. We're gonna get rain no matter what. We're probably gonna get tropical winds. And we'll be waiting to see if it's gonna be anything worse inland where we are. So we ordered a garlic cheese naan, and we have chutney to go with it. We're learning. We really are. This Porsche pulled up and the driver got out to come in to pick up, I presume, takeout. So we got this mixed platter to share. It has several things on it, although I guess we're not going to know what's what.
Well, it has chicken, shrimp, and
it looks good. I told
lamb.
Don for Johnny we needed to come over here and check out this Challenger. And he said he doesn't pay any attention to slowpoke cars like this one. Donnie, that is so bad.
It's so true, though. It's so true. Why do I want a pokey car like that?
And I'm not into blacked out cars, but I thought Johnny would appreciate it. So for Johnny, you notice Ruby's all the way out here, but we needed to walk after our dinner. We had plenty.
It was good.
Sharing that mixed platter and ordering that order of naan to go along with it, the garlic cheese naan. It was really good.
It was.
Hi, Ruby. We know we can count on you to not start on us. Thank you, Donnie. See, that's just so smooth. So smooth.
Well, Sapphire's gonna be just fine. She's just having a
day.
You know, a little teething problem.
Don went into the grocery store to get ice cream. I'm entertaining myself.
So I got in the car. I asked her, please turn the music down. And oh, by the way, having my car heater on, it won't heat me up.
I didn't mean to turn his seat on.
That's okay.
On 3, no less.
Yeah, it's toasty. Let me tell you, my buns is warm. Good thing I didn't put the ice cream in the seat. Melted it.